Lions-Packers line opened at 10.5. It's now at 11.5 at Caesars Sportsbook because I think most of us believe Aaron Rodgers is about to have a get-right game against the lowly Lions. Rodgers' commitment and passion have been questioned after one of the worst games of his career, a performance that frankly looks even worse after what the Panthers did to the Saints yesterday, right? Green Bay scored just 3 points against New Orleans in Week 1. That's the fewest they've ever scored in a game that Aaron Rodgers started and played into the second half. It was Rodgers' 4th worst passer rating of his career, 36.8. Green Bay did not convert a single third down with Rodgers on the field, but that was this week, and this is now. Let's go out to the Caesars Sportsbook, Horseshoe Hammond, just outside Chicago, where we find the coach. Great to be back with you, my friend. It's been a while.
Let's be very clear. I told the producers and the bosses that Amanda was supposed to do this interview. Clearly, that message wasn't taken seriously. But since we're here, let's do this. Because I tell you what, I'm so excited to be here with you today here in Hammond, Indiana. The Caesars Sportsbook is really cool. It was hopping all day yesterday. But, Chris, let me tell you, because we've talked a lot, that we spent 8 months building this team at the early edge here at Sportsline, and they are amazing. We run 8 to 10 deep, and the reason I'm so excited today, I'm so happy today, we had another fantastic week yesterday. A guy named PropStars. If you don't know who he is, go to Twitter, @PropStars. Incredible, 10-1 in his props. R.J. White, #1 NFL handicapper, Sportsline, 6-2. The Maestro, 4-2. M Squared gave us 2+ money winners from our big mega preview last Tuesday. We just started a new afternoon show, Early Edge Live, 6 out of 7 days. We get you ready for whatever the big game is coming up. So, Chris, we got a lot to talk about, so let's get to it.
Let's roll for tonight's games then. We're going to get all your picks, but let's start with a couple props, Coach. Give us a Packers prop that your team likes.
So the Detroit Lions are who we thought they were. So we love the Packers tonight over their team total at 30.5 here at Caesars. Now, the last 7, count them, 7 games, Chris, the Lions have allowed at least 30 points. You couple that with the fact that we believe that Aaron Rodgers, you said it, is going to have a get-right game. His ego is big. We saw it when he played golf against Tom Brady this summer. He does not like the fact that he was the 35th rated fantasy quarterback after Week 1. Chris, I'm not a math major. There's only 32 teams. So tonight is definitely a get right. It's going to be a lot of points. Let's go that team total over 30.5.
Over 30.5, and they went over that in both of their matchups with the Lions last season. We also asked you to give us a Lions prop, and you're looking at the quarterback here, Jared Goff. What do you like for him?
Yeah, it was really hard to find one that we actually liked when it came to the Detroit Lions. But last week, he threw 57 times. You asked me, why did he do that, Coach? Wouldn't they want to slow the game down? Well, they would have liked to, except the 49ers jumped out to a really big lead, and they were playing catch-up the entire second half. I believe, and my crew believes, because all these picks were a team, we gave them out together, we believe the Packers will jump out again to a really quick lead. So Jared Goff go over 34.5 passing attempts. He went 23 over last week, and we believe he will do the same again tonight.
Over 35.5. You can get even money on that. How about first touchdown scorer tonight, Coach?
Oh, I'm glad you asked, because last Sunday, Chris, my guy M Squared, Mike McClure, he just very nonchalantly gave out a plus 4,000 Van Jefferson for the Rams, cashed it. The next night, Sia gave out Tyson Williams, plus 1,200, cashed it. So we're going to go with this from my guy Mad Max and the Thunderdome. We like plus 1,200 Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Now, the reason, everything is correlated. I mean, if one thing happens, another we believe will happen, then another. Early on, I think the Packers are going to try and gouge this Lions defense. What does that mean? Long pass plays. So we're leaning into the wide receivers core, and this one is really good value. So on a $100 bet, you can win $1,200 if Scantling scores the first touchdown of the game.
All right. How about an anytime touchdown scorer? I'm actually surprised to see that you're going with a Detroit Lion here. Why do you like T.J. Hockenson to get into the end zone?
Well, last week they did score 33 points, didn't they? You know, garbage time touchdowns, they count just the same as any other touchdowns do, right? So we believe that Hockenson, who had 97 yards receiving a week ago, he's going to be kind of the security blanket for Jared Goff, the new quarterback for the Detroit Lions. So we think late when they're playing that prevent defense, let everybody get in front of him, the tight end is always the person that's around, the big receiver. So I think Hawkinson will be that guy tonight and probably score late third quarter or sometime in the fourth, but it doesn't matter as long as he scores. And right now it's about 2-1 depending on where you get it at.
All right, TJ Hawkinson to score like he did last week. 9 catches, 97 yards, and a touchdown against the 49ers. The favorite for anytime touchdown scorer, Davante Adams, very little value on that. Zero value, in fact. Minus 170 for Adams to get in, which many of us think he will tonight. All right, Coach, you're there at the Caesars Sportsbook, Horseshoe Hammond, just outside Chicago in Indiana. Where's the money going tonight? Because we've seen the line move a little bit toward the Packers.
Well, we are smack dab in the middle of NFC North country. Now, a lot of public bettors, the Packers, the Cowboys, teams like that, the Buccaneers now, they love to bet on these teams. But it's not as overwhelming as you might think. 62% of the money is coming in on the Packers to cover, about 54% in other places. But right now, it's certainly the percentages say the Packers, but it's not as overwhelming as we thought. Remember last night, it was nearly 35-1 on the Chiefs tickets last night. So this is a little bit fascinating, and I don't know why it's this way, but 62% think the Packers will cover.
All right, how about a play on this? Packers minus 11.5, over under 48.5. You already told us you like the Packers team total at over 30.5.
It's very, very difficult when you're talking about a double-digit number. We saw it yesterday with the Texans, right? Even though Tyrod Taylor went down, they were getting 14 points against the Cleveland Browns and had a nice little backdoor cover, if you want to call it that. So be very, very careful. If you're at home and say, let's just lay the 11.5, I do think the Packers blow out the Lions. I think it's going to be something similar to what the 49ers did a week ago when it was 41-17 until the final 3 minutes. So let's go with the Packers minus 11.5, but I caution people not to load up too much because in the NFL, all teams care about is winning at the end of the game. It's not like college where you need style points, especially if you're the Iowa Hawkeyes, Chris.
Hey, Hawkeyes covered the 22.5 against Kent State, stayed number 5 in the country in the AP poll. Coach, one more for you. How about the odds boost from Caesars Sportsbook? You have a few options tonight. What is your team like?
Oh, I am so glad you asked because it's a little Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams correlated play. So here's what we're going to go over 2.5 passing touchdowns. Again, it's correlated with the passing yards, with how much he wants to show the world because Tom Brady has 9 passing touchdowns. Don't think these quarterbacks don't think about it. So we're going to go Aaron Rodgers over 2.5 passing touchdowns and then Davante Adams over 7.5 catches. That's going to come in with the odds boost at plus 300. That's tasty. We like it because the security blanket we talked about on the Green Bay Packers side is Davante Adams. He believes, and he has said it, that he's the best wide receiver in the game. So when you get a chance to be on national TV and show everybody that you are, and you're also not the team that scored all of, count them, 3 points last week, Chris, I think both of those things happen tonight, and you're going to cash it and be very happy that you did.
Coach, on that other show we used to do together, you used to sit right next to me. We did the show together. We were equals. Now I'm interviewing you. What the hell's going on here?
Well, I can tell you right now that they turned off. I can't hear you, but I guess maybe they didn't want me to hear you at the end of this interview. So I would love to answer whatever you asked me. I just didn't hear you. But again, I like it. Chris, great to be on with you. Jonathan Coachman, the coach.
That was the best answer.
Joining us from Horseshoe Hammond, Caesars Sportsbook, just outside Chicago. Coach, always bringing it. That's why I didn't wear a tie today. I knew Coach wouldn't wear a tie.
No, you're just not wearing ties anymore. I don't know what happened, but you let go of all your ties.
Here are the picks, and as Coach mentioned, these aren't his picks specifically. They're his team's picks. His team, the Early Edge podcast, they kill it each and every day. The team total Packers over 30.5 at even money, but a couple of long shots that his team likes. Valdez-Scantling to be the first touchdown scorer at 12-1, and you also have that odds boost. Rodgers over 2.5 touchdown passes. Adams over 7.5 receptions at 3-1. Monday Night Football, Packers-Lions tonight.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.